This is the 7th grade lesson for January 27th, 2017. So start off with a call you. A few reminders. Your Shakespeare sonnet and poetry discussion are well past due. If you haven't turned them in yet, you need to get them in, okay? Your fire discussion is due on Monday at midnight. Vocabulary assignment also due on Monday at midnight. And your monthly reading assignment is due next Tuesday. Make sure you're getting those done early rather than waiting until the last minute. Okay. So, started off class by reviewing the monthly reading assignment with our shoulder partners, what needs to be done in it, when's it due. And here's the actual monthly reading assignment. So, I'm going to go through this one step at a time. Okay? First step, give the title of the book, the author, and how many pages are in the book. Pretty self-explanatory. Second step, identify the category your book falls into and explain why it fits. Now, that category is on the front page of my eCampus page. So, you know where the eCampus Help button is, the About Mr. Smock button is. There's a button that says Monthly Reading Assignment Categories. Click on that. It gives you the answer to number 2 real quick. You can only use one of those. You can't use multiple. And once you've used one, you can't do it again. There's only one that allows you to repeat read a book. Everything else has to be brand new. Number 3, what is the central idea of the text? Provide one example of textual evidence to back up your claim. Include the page numbers. I can't tell you how many people have done summaries for this. I'm not looking for a summary here. What I am looking for is the central idea. Okay? So, central idea is what is the idea that keeps getting presented throughout the entire work. Okay? Simple enough. Now, the central idea is something that's universal. It's something that can apply to a whole bunch of different things. Okay, it's not just a topic. So like big things come in small packages. Remember that story from the beginning? Okay, the central idea of that is not surfboards. You can call it surfing, that can go, but not surfboards. Surfboards are an object. Okay? The nouns I'm looking for are more ideas, not person, places, or things. So central ideas would be bravery, courage, okay? Love, death, romance to an extent. That's more of a genre than a central idea. But those kind of things, friends, family, those are central ideas. Okay? Usually 1 to 4 words. They're not very long. Theme. What's the theme of the text? Provide 3 examples of textual evidence to back up your claim. Include page numbers. Okay? Theme. What is the lesson the author's trying to show you? Now, this should not just apply to this particular book that you're reading. It can apply to every book you're reading. Okay? That's why you don't want to use stuff like never give up, follow your dreams, stuff like that. While those technically can apply, you're looking for something a bit deeper. Okay? What is a lesson that can be applied directly to your life that you're getting from the characters? Not all the lessons you're going to get are going to be good ones. And not all of the lessons that they're going to teach are taught by the heroes. Sometimes they're taught by the villains, seeing what they go through. Okay? What is the conflict? What happens in the story to build the conflict? And how is it resolved? Sound familiar? It should sound like a plot diagram. That's what I'm expecting, is a plot diagram. Number 5 should be at least a paragraph long. And it should go from the very beginning all the way through the book until the end. Okay? So I need the full development of that, not just 3 sentences, which is what I normally get. Number 6, identify the climax of the story. Now, climax of the story is the point of most tension. The entire book builds up to it. If the climax happens in the middle of the book, then there's nothing else left to build. Okay? The book continues to build over and over and over again. Sometimes it gets to a tense part, then it settles down, then it builds up to another tense part, settles down. But the whole thing builds up to this super, super tense scene. Okay? That's the final battle, the big fight, the competition at the end. That's that big moment at the end that it all builds up to. Okay? That's the climax. If you do number 5 correctly, number 6 should be pretty easy to do. Okay, 2 examples of textual evidence. They're all going to be from the same scene. Include the page numbers. Number 7, how does the setting shape the way the characters act or how the plot develops? Choose one answer. Okay, so you could do how does the setting shape the way characters act, or how does the setting shape how the plot develops? I'll give you an example from Disney's Moana. Okay, Disney's Moana, all the characters live on their own island. They never leave the island. They all stay there. Generations stay there. Okay? And they never leave. They're kind of scared to go out on the water because they don't know what else is out there. So they stay on the island, and they talk about how everything they need is on the island. The island and their experiences, that's the setting. The island is the setting. The island shapes the way that they act. Okay? When Moana has to leave the island, that shapes how she acts because she doesn't know how to sail. She's completely inexperienced, has no idea what to do. Okay? That also shapes how the plot develops because now she has to learn how to be able to do all this stuff. Now she has a lot more on her shoulders that she has to be responsible for. So that's number 7. Number 8 and number 9, direct and indirect characterization. What word do you see in the word characterization? You see character, right? That's the word that you're looking at. Don't give me a description of something. Give me a description of someone. Okay? If you want examples of direct and indirect characterization, look it up on Google. You have so many resources right now. Use them. It's going to help out immensely. Okay? Direct characterization is when you are directly describing somebody, personality or appearance. Indirect characterization is when you are implying about someone's appearance or description. Okay? And finally, number 10, list 5 words you do not know from the text and their definitions. Now, in order to do that, you need to find actual words that you don't know. I've gotten 5 words and no definitions, and I've gotten the response, there were no words I didn't know. If that is the case, you are not reading at your reading level. You need a stronger book. You need suggestions? Come talk to me. I'll be happy to talk to you. Okay? That was pretty much it. So that concludes the lesson of the day. On your next monthly reading assignment, please remember these. Okay?